All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle a challenge that, let's be honest, almost all of us face, that monster pile of paperwork. But today, we're looking at a really brilliant strategy for organizing it all, one that's designed to be especially helpful for anyone with low vision. This is all about turning that chaos into complete clarity. So you're probably looking at this and wondering, what's that? Well, these are two Korean words, say memo. They mean new memo. Think of it like a blank page, a fresh start. But when you're facing a mountain of disorganized paper, that idea of a fresh start can feel, well, pretty overwhelming. It's a chaos you don't even know how to begin sorting. And that's exactly the problem we're here to solve. I mean, we've all been there, right? That stack of mail, bills, and all those important documents that just seems to grow all by itself. It's such a universal frustration, that feeling of just not knowing where anything is when you need it. Okay, now let's add another layer to that. Imagine trying to find that one crucial piece of paper, maybe a medical bill or a bank statement, but you can't just quickly scan the text to find it. For people with low vision, that normal paper pile isn't just an inconvenience, it can be a real barrier. So, what's the solution? Well, the first part of our solution is just so elegant and intuitive. It's all about harnessing the power of sight in a really focused way, using something incredibly simple that we all get, color. To put it simply, color filing is a system where you just assign a specific color to a category of documents. So you could have red folders for urgent bills, green for all your financial statements, blue for medical records, you name it. Right away, it transforms that confusing sea of white paper into a system that makes visual sense. And the benefits here really get to the heart of it. Instead of trying to read tiny print, you're just looking for color. This method leverages any remaining vision to make finding what you need incredibly fast. Got to pay a bill? Just grab the red folder. It's that simple, that intuitive, and it just slashes the time you spend searching. But what if color isn't quite enough? Or what if your vision changes from one day to the next? That brings us to our second strategy, which is just as powerful, and this one doesn't rely on sight at all. Let's talk about a system you can actually feel. Tactile filing is exactly what it sounds like, a system you navigate by touch. By using things like little raised dots, textured tape, or even just different shaped paper clips, you're basically creating a physical map of your files. Each category gets its own unique feel that your fingers can instantly recognize. And this is why a tactile system is so incredibly robust. It works in dim light, bright light, or no light at all. It doesn't depend on your vision. Your fingers get this distinct, immediate feedback. Plus, it's so personal and adaptable, you can create whatever system of textures and shapes makes the most sense to you. Now, this is where it all comes together and gets really, really powerful. You see, these two methods aren't an either-or choice, not at all. They're actually designed to work together, creating this multisensory system that is so much greater than the sum of its parts. This side-by-side comparison makes it super clear. Color gives you that quick at-a-glance way to spot your main categories, but tactile coding, that gives you reliability in any light, and it's perfect for getting into more specific details. So for example, you might have a green folder for finances, but inside, the folder with one single raised dot on it is where you keep this year's tax documents. See how that works? And the result is what you might call a synergy effect. You're using two senses to confirm you've got the right document, which, as you can imagine, dramatically boosts your accuracy and, just as important, your confidence. It creates a system that's incredibly flexible and can adapt right along with you if your vision needs change, because that tactile element is always there as a reliable backup. So, we've talked a lot about the how. Now, let's zoom in on the why. Because this is about so much more than just having neat folders. It's about a fundamental shift from the stress of chaos to the amazing feeling of confidence. This right here, this is the absolute heart of the matter. Having a system that works for you, one that you can navigate completely on your own terms, is a powerful form of independence. It's really about being in control of your own information and, by extension, your own life. Seriously, just take a second to think about that. What would it feel like to know exactly where to find any important document you need in just a few seconds? That feeling isn't just relief, it's empowerment. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a system that you can truly trust. Now, what we've talked about today is really just the starting point, an introduction to these incredible concepts. The real journey, the part where you build your own system, begins by connecting with the organizations that have dedicated themselves to providing resources in this very area. So, what's the big takeaway here? For those detailed guides, product recommendations, and expert advice, the source material points us directly to the real authorities. As you can see, the National Eye Institute, the American Printing House, and the American Foundation for the Blind are your next steps. They provide the tools and the knowledge to build your own system, and with it, your own path to independence.